Hi, Paul and I are really excited about a trip we just took, and I want to tell you about the top 10 discoveries we made. But first, a little background. We headed west through Wyoming on I-80 on our way to St. George. We spent a month in St. George, which is in the southwest corner of Utah. And then on our return trip, we took I-70 through Colorado instead of going back through Wyoming again, because temperatures in southern Wyoming were starting to dip below freezing. We stayed at an RV park just southeast of St. George. Our stay in St. George spanned September and October. We chose that timing because we thought the days would be starting to get cooler and the peak tourist season would have wound down at the nearby national parks. You'll find out later how those assumptions work for us. And now, our top 10 discoveries from the trip. Number 1. Surprises are the best part. While our destination was St. George, some of our favorite experiences were the places that we stopped to explore on the way there and back. Number 2. St. George was hot. The average high temperatures in St. George are 92 for September and 79 for October. However, the forecast you see on the screen now was more typical for our stay. Most of the highs were right around triple-digit temperatures. I liked the sign they had when you entered Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada. To avoid the heat, we spent a lot of time at higher elevations. We went exploring before sunrise or after sunset, and we went to the pool. Number 3. Zion is crowded. I know, it's a national park. That should have been on our radar. We naively assumed that the crowds would probably dissipate after Labor Day. We were wrong. The buses, the trails, and the parking areas were packed like sardines. We quickly learned that for an experience that we preferred, we could skip the main entrance and use the other two. Kolob Canyons and Kolob Terrace had stunning scenery, but no crowds. Number 4. Portable refrigerators are cool, pun intended. I'm usually not overly excited about buying more stuff to drag around with us, but I love this. We no longer have to start each adventure by stopping somewhere for ice, and we never have soggy, drippy food at our picnics anymore. As a bonus, it turned out to be invaluable when our refrigerator succumbed to the desert heat and died. Number 5. It was bighorn sheep season. We didn't get our best wildlife footage close to St. George, but it seemed like everywhere we went, both going to and from, there were bighorn sheep everywhere we went. Number 6. The St. George Visitor Center. That would not usually be the sort of thing on our top 10 list, but the Visitor Center is located downtown in the brand new county administration building. We were really impressed. Not only did the Visitor Center have interesting displays and helpful, informative staff, the entire building had displays about area history set up with random locations if you wandered around the building. Much to our dismay, the Visitor Center was also the home of the only desert tortoise we saw on our entire trip. Number 7. Grocery store distribution. I know that sounds like an odd one, and maybe a touch whiny, but we were really surprised with all the brand new subdivisions on the south side of St. George and hundreds of houses being built that all of the grocery stores were on the north side. The RV park we stayed at was here, down in the southeastern corner, and then here are where all the grocery stores were located. Number 8. There's never enough time. You would have thought that a month in one destination would be enough to see everything in the area. But we found out there were so many things within maybe a 3-hour drive of St. George that we couldn't make it through the whole list we had. Number 9, read the brochures. When we stopped in Grand Junction, Colorado, we read one of the brochures that they had at the campground office, and it talked about a collection of 35 natural arches, which is the second largest collection in the entire world, second only to Arches National Park. That was a really fun adventure. We ended up adding an extra day to our stay just so we could go there. Number 10, things break, even on vacation. The refrigerator died. We had a flat tire. The check engine light came on a Jeep, which resulted in an 8-day stay at a mechanic shop. And the GPS died. We will still call it a good trip though, because none of those items affected our health, which is the number one thing that's important. And I have a bonus, number 11. You don't need a camera. Now I know anybody that knows me is going to be shocked that I said that, but honestly, some of our best pictures came from our cell phones.